you know what I'm going to say, so I'll just say it. Say it proud. I'm black and I'm proud. Wait a minute. Say it proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. And this time of year I say it louder. I'm blacker and I'm prouder. All right. We want to thank Dr. Carter G. Woodson, who was born December 19th, 1875 to April 3rd, 1950, who was one of our preeminent historians, authors, journalists, and founder of the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. He was one of the first scholars to study the history of the African diaspora, including African American history. The founder of the Journal of Negro History in 1916, Woodson has been called, and rightfully so, the father of black history. In February 1926, he launched the celebration of Negro History Week, the precursor of Black History Month. Born in Virginia, the son of former slaves, Woodson had to put off schooling while he worked in the coal mines of West Virginia. He graduated from Berea College and became a teacher and school administrator. He gained graduate degrees, listen now, from the University of Chicago, and in 1912 was the second African American after W.E.B. Du Bois to obtain a PhD degree from Harvard University. The bad brother, super bad brother. Woodson remains the only person whose parents were enslaved in the United States to obtain a PhD. Most of Woodson's academic career was spent at Howard University, as most of you know, where he eventually served as the Dean of College of the Arts and Sciences. He also was a member of the Sigma Pi Phi, which was the first black professional fraternity, and also he was a Q. How about that? At this time, I got a Q, see? Told you he was a gangster. At this time, we must acknowledge our parents, elders, and teachers, so you don't have to stand, but each and every one in your own fashion, acknowledge your parents, your elders, and your teachers. And when you finish, you can say or raise your hand or whatever. So that is your moment. This is our moment.
Amen.
Amen.
Are we good?
Amen.
All right. Without those, as we all know, our parents, God decided that whoever those two people were, that those were the two people that we were supposed to be produced by.
Amen.
And it goes to show you how amazing God is. God is just on such a level that we could never imagine it. And just to give you some idea of quote-unquote black history, when you talk about black history, a lot of times it's forgotten. And people don't want to, well, I'll put it like this. There are some who don't want you to know that 2.5 to 3.5 million years ago, the first people on this planet were black.
Come on.
In Olduvra Gorge in Kenya, Dr. Leakey and his wife unearthed all those skeletons and specimens of a culture now, pottery, things like that. So when you talk about a minute time period of 2,022 years, then you say, well, wait a minute, somebody got this picture wrong, because if I know for a fact through science that people been here for 3.5 million years, and somebody's telling me that I should only measure time from a certain period, then that must be somebody trying to control my mind. That must be somebody trying to control what I think. So, fortunately, we got past all that with the help of people like Carter G. Woodson and all the other great teachers we've had. My teacher was Baba Daniel Robert Knight. He was leader and founder of the Black Hebrew Israelite Pan-Africanist organization called The Nation. And in the mid-70s, he sent migrants to Monrovia, Liberia in the early 70s. And one of the other things a lot of people don't know about Baba Daniel is that Baba Daniel was a voracious reader. I mean, he just read stuff all over the place. But also prior to that, he was a member, one of the leaders of the Black Hebrew Israelite group that went to Dimona, Israel. And from what they told me by the time I got to Chicago is that they had a rift, and some people wanted to go to Africa, some people wanted to go to Israel. So the group that went to Israel, and his portion didn't go, but later, as I experienced, went to Liberia. What we have to do now, in light of the recent overt racism that's been shown to us by the previous president, he's empowered, everybody to be openly racist. Openly, like used to be a time, they would be subtle about it, but now, they just come out at you, thinking, just think about this. In 1921, we know about the Tulsa race riots. They destroyed it. So you're talking about now 101 years since that time, where that same mentality is never left. But now they feel more emboldened, more empowered. So more awareness on our part is necessary for us to realize, okay, we got to go and prepare ourselves. So, as you go about your life, your business, your day, and whatever pursuits you have, go with the knowledge that you are one of the true sons and daughters of God, that you are one of the direct descendants of God. It doesn't matter, be Hebrew, Muslim, you can name yourself whatever you want to name yourself, tribe in between, Native Indian, Indians, doesn't matter. The fact remains that we, as a people, with the color of our skins and the spirit and soul that we have, are the direct descendants of God. Period. At this time, we want to acknowledge our fallen heroes and warriors, too numerous to name, so here's a short list. You got, in fact, you've seen some of them on the screens here since the service started. Remind you, every Sunday they're on there, so I'm not telling you nothing you don't know and that you haven't seen. But we'll talk about and name Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Phyllis Wheatley, Nat Turner, Frederick Douglass, David Walker, W.E.B. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington, the Honorable Marcus M. Garvey, Dr. George Washington Carver, Jack Johnson, Jackie Robinson, Langston Hughes, Mary McLeod Bethune, Emmett Till, and Mrs. Mamie Till Mobley, who some of you probably saw the ABC special about her experience. Medgar Evers, Malcolm King, my personal favorite, Dr. King, my other personal favorite. People talk about Dr. King and nonviolence. Well, you do know that he had armed guards with him, so, okay. Representative John Lewis, Fannie Lou Hamer, Ella Baker, who was also one of the founders of SNCC, Rosa Parks, Dudley Randall, Gwendolyn Brooks, the UNIA, Universal Negro Improvement Association, the Black Panther Party, SNCC, SCLC, NAACP, CORE, Urban League, National Council of Negro Women, Maya Angelou, Amamo Mary Baraka, Hakeem Manabuti, Muhammad Ali, John Coltrane, Miles Davis, Cecily Tyson, Sidney Poitier, Sonia Sanchez, and the list is endless of heroes, sheroes in our struggle.